This afternoon, I'm actually going to a meeting of LA MLS partners, which is all the AEs in the state.
Cool.
And we're going to be talking about coming soons and exclusions and trying to make our MLS work better for our agents that use it.
So, Susan, welcome to Keaty Real Estate.
Wow, thank you. Appreciate it.
So, Susan, where are we actually heading? You're picking me up and we're going to Lake Charles. Why are we going to Lake Charles?
I'm driving Mr. Jim straight up to Lake Charles for the Louisiana Realtor Learning to Lead Conference. So we're hoping to meet our board members there and learn a lot.
Yeah, so what do you have on the agenda?
Well, this afternoon, I'm actually going to a meeting of LA MLS partners, which is all the AEs in the state.
Cool.
And we're going to be talking about coming soons and exclusions and trying to make our MLS work better for our agents that use it. So I have that this afternoon. And then we're going to go to the Lake Charles Association. They just built a new building. And since we're about to embark on that, we're going to go do a tour of their new building. Yeah. We're going to go, that's from 4:30 to 6:30. So we'll do that tonight. And then tomorrow we'll wake up and do some board training and then do the governance for Louisiana Realtors. So.
Awesome. I'm ready for that. But going back to building a building, tell us where we're at on buying our building.
So we, the board approved in December for us to officially buy a building. The building is located.
Exciting.
It's super exciting. 234 Rue Beauregard. I'm excited to be part of that process. For 25 years, you know that we have been renting, and so now it's time for us to actually take the leap to home ownership.
That's right. And this is not something that's just come up. I mean, I know we tried to do this or have been planning to do this for over a decade.
I remember when you interviewed me for this position, one of the questions you asked is, what do you think about us owning our own building? You know, what do you think about owning versus renting? And I remember my answer then, and still the same. We should always own our own building. We need to get the equity in there, and we are going to be preserving this association for the future leaders by doing so. Yeah,
that's super cool because we're also going to be landlords now.
Yes. So the building is located at 234 Rue Beauregard, which is across from the LaHaye Eye Center. Not far from where we are now, you know, less than a mile from where we are now. It's 12,000 square feet. We'll be on the bottom, 6,000 square feet. And on the top, we're going to rent that out to our affiliates or whoever is in the market that wants to be near to us.
Right. And so we're actually really close to closing on this building, right? I mean,
we are actually, no, I think we're closing next week.
Oh, we are? Okay. Fantastic.
It's looking like February 13th we'll close.
And then we're going to start renovating it, getting it ready for what we need it for.
Right. It's going to have a state-of-the-art training center for our members. It's also going to have some what we're calling transaction rooms, which is a place for the members to come and stay and meet with clients or do some work if they're in between appointments. We want it to be our member space. We want our members to use it because it's their home.
Yeah, and what's really cool is once we get into this building, we're actually going to be able to provide more services for our members as a whole. Like if you want to come use our training room, we'll be renting out the room.
Yes, we're gonna have still a boardroom, a training room. We're gonna have additional committee rooms, the transaction rooms. It's really gonna be an incredible thing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm super excited to be a part of it. I've been working with the committee. As you know, Reed, our treasurer, has been very instrumental, hands-on. So every day we're doing something with the building. So.
No, I mean, you guys, the staff, the building committee has put so much work and effort into this. We're really grateful for you guys to really head this up and get us into this building. It's really excited. Cool. I can't wait everybody to see it.
Exactly.
When do we plan on being in it?
So we're still working with our contractor. We're hoping that it'll be a 90-day turnaround and we would move at the end of May. But as soon as we know
160
more,
days probably.
Yeah. So less than that. No, less than that. As soon as we know something, we're gonna alert the membership, and then we'll definitely have an open house. Probably we'll move in since it'll be late in the beginning of the summer. We'll probably have something early August for the members to come, an open house for them to see their new home.
Awesome, man. So we have so much stuff going on. I mean, we're moving. You just mentioned a few really big issues that we're dealing with right now. The Coming Soon program and also the exclusions that, we're really getting mandated from NAR. But luckily, we are actually ahead of the game with our Coming Soon program because a lot of the rest of the state is trying to go through that now.
Correct. We started looking at that in May of last year about how our exclusions worked, what is a coming soon, and trying to adapt to what's happening in the marketplace. And so we've done a lot of work. We're ready to roll that out, and the members will be hearing about that soon after this meeting this week.
Yeah, and just to give you guys a little background on that, I thought it was interesting because the reason this whole coming soon came up for us was really had nothing to do with what NAR was doing or
Correct.
anything like that. If some of you guys remember, we have the REA Talk committee, which REA Talk was being used for really letting other realtors know about houses that are coming on the market. So you might put, hey, I've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house coming up in Broadmoor, and if you know anybody, reach out to me. So that was a way that we got coming soon listings to go out, right?
We tried to adapt our business model to what works for our agents. And so at the end of the day, I think that this is going to be a welcome change for the agents. I think it's going to strengthen the MLS, and I think it's going to strengthen the value of a realtor in Lafayette.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And so it came from that because the committee came up and said, you know what, we can't support REA Talk utilizing, from an MLS perspective, from
Correct.
a board perspective, we couldn't support another venue for people to market their properties that weren't listed on MLS. So when we eliminated that, that's when the coming soon status in the MLS actually came up, and I'm actually part of that committee as well.
Correct.
I am super excited for the coming soon.
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a real game changer. And as people embrace it, you as the agent will always have the most information of all the listings available,
Yes.
which at the end of the day is going to help you and preserve the value of what you bring to the table. And also it's going to help your clients. And so we're excited about that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about the clients. We want to make sure that our agents have the tools that they need to support their clients.
And so what Susan's speaking of is, so the coming soon status in the MLS, we'll actually have an ability to put our coming soons on there so all of our members can see it, but it's not going to syndicate to all of the other websites until it's active.
Correct.
Now, there are a couple of rules that are going to go in place, but one thing that's cool about that is instead of your client saying, hey, I see this house, or it's got a Keaty Real Estate Coming Soon sign on it, and for the members to see it, you have to go to our Keaty Real Estate Coming Soon website. Now, all of that will be on the MLS, so we'll actually have an insight to what is coming up, and we'll have a database for that. Now, there's going to be some rules that are in place with that. I'm not going to go into all of those rules, but
we'll be rolling those out, and we'll be doing classes, I'm sure, and we'll be getting that. But at the end of the day, what you need to know is that your association and your leaders are working hard for you. We're trying to make sure that you, as the agent, are involved in all the transactions that happen here.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. I'm super excited. I was telling my team, like, man, how cool is it? We're going to be able to see, and we're going to be able to share everything we have coming up with all the other members, and we know they're seeing it versus sending an email where we're only getting a 20% open rate when we send out, hey, we have this coming up.
Correct.
Now we're going to be able to putting it in the MLS. Everybody's going to be able to see it, and we're going to be able to see everybody else's coming soons, which is huge. And the best part about that, the public won't be able to see it unless they call us. So now the realtors are relevant again.
That's great.
Awesome. So what are some of the other issues? So new building, coming soon is a big deal coming up. What else are we working on right now?
We're working on our regular schedule of activities. We just had a great luncheon when we did our awards luncheon. Yep. We have decided this year.
That was a lot of people.
It was like 200 people.
Yeah, is that
it was
normal?
Great. It was pretty accelerated. Yeah. I think it was due to our honorees, but it was a great meeting. Our next general luncheon, we're doing a joint luncheon. As you know, we're joining forces with the Acadian Home Builders as well as the Mortgage Lenders Association. That's on February 17th, Monday. We are hosting Steve Swagasback with Lobby, as well as Gifford Briggs with LOGA for the Louisiana Oil and Gas Association. And so I think that it's going to be another member benefit to where you as a realtor member can come and network with all these other people that you need to be doing business with and knowing and opening up your networking referral base by going to these lunches. So we're going to have 3 of them this year with those groups. The first one will be on Monday, February 17th. At the DoubleTree by Hilton, which is a new venue for us. We normally have our stuff at Petroleum Club. It'll be at the Hilton.
Cool. Well, that's it. I love the mix.
Yeah, the Hilton has great parking, and it's a bigger venue. We're expecting 200 to 300 people to go to that event.
Yeah, and so what is Wagaspack going to talk about?
I think he's going to talk about
'Cause
lobby
he's with
and what's
UL?
he's with lobby, which is Louisiana Business and Industry, and so I think he's going to just talk about the climate of what's going on in Louisiana, what we need to be aware of, and the things that they're looking at.
Mm-hmm. And then Gifford's going to be talking about
what's going on with the oil and gas and what's going
right.
on in our state. I think that they're going to complement each other about the state of our state. Stephen's going to talk about and how the oil and gas sector is fitting into that outlook, forecast, and what's going on. I'm sure they will touch on anything coming up in the legislature too that we need to be on the lookout for 2020.
How about the new showing time system? Have y'all any feedback on that? Everybody?
Actually, we've had some negative feedback about that. I know we've had some complaints, and if any of our members are experiencing that, I ask you to please contact us. We are logging those and contacting them. Part of it we're trying to work out, but as you know, a lot of people don't realize Showing Time bought out CSS. We did not choose to move to Showing Time. It was bought out, and I think that they're going through some growing pains as an organization trying to put all these new people on board. So we're working through those issues. So if you have issues, call us and let us know so that we can let people know that.
What kind of issues are people experiencing?
Well, first we were originally routed to the call center in Dallas, where they kind of knew our members, they knew everything about us, and apparently we've been rerouted to someplace else. So we're not in Dallas anymore, and so we've requested to come back to Dallas, where the people know us and know how to say our Cajun names.
And what was that guy's name that was there for years? I can't remember.
With CSS,
I can't remember.
I know who you're talking about. I've heard nice things about him, but
hilarious. So he came to our gumbo cook-off one year.
So anyway, we're working through that. There's some other just little glitches. And so, we have a contact person, a salesperson, and Mary has been in contact with them weekly as we're identifying issues and asking them to resolve them.
Awesome. I'm super excited. What do you want to get accomplished this year?
Oh, I have a lot on my plate. I mean, I would hope a great move to the building. I think that's going to take up, half of my year. On the back half, I'd like to see us to continue to expand our member services. There's one thing that we've been working on. I don't want to talk about it here, spoil that. Maybe we could come back here and talk about some member stuff. But we have some stuff in the works. I think we always have to be looking forward to adding services that our members can benefit from. And, we have one that we're talking about through Instanet that could possibly help our members. And so hopefully that will come online also, maybe second or third quarter.
Yes, hopefully sooner than later.
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll tell you guys about that when it does hit. But when we were talking about the gumbo cook-off a second ago, that is a big change this year, right?
Right.
I mean, this is our 30th year with the gumbo cook-off, and you mixed it up a little bit. Tell us about that.
So we decided for 30 years we have been hosting our gumbo cook-off, and for 30 years the realtors have raised a lot of money that has gone back to charities. And so for this year we've decided to partner with Downtown Alive, and we're moving the gumbo cook-off to Friday. And Mark Broussard will be the band. And so it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a little bit different because we won't be actually cooking gumbo inside the park, but we're going to rope off the sides, and we're working on the details of that. But I think it's a great way for us to celebrate all the money that we've put back in the community for over 30 years, celebrate the Realtor brand, and have a good time on a Friday night. So we're excited about that.
And we don't have to work on Saturday. Well, some of us don't have to work on
but I mean, it's going to be a whole different feel. We're excited about it, and we hope to really promote the Realtor brand through our partnership.
That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, on a personal level, what are you doing for Mardi Gras?
I'm actually going to New Orleans for Saturday, Sunday, and
Mardi
Gras. Huh? Yeah. Well, I'm from New Orleans.
I know. That's going big. Most people from New Orleans leave.
Exactly. I haven't done New Orleans Mardi Gras in probably 10 to 15 years. The last time I did it was the year after Katrina. And that was a very low-key local Mardi Gras, So I have some friends that want to go, and so I'm going to go, and we're going to do Bacchus and Endymion and all that kind of stuff, and I'll have my fill for about 3 days, and then
or a couple of months.
Yeah, and then I'll be heading back here on Tuesday and then go to work on Wednesday.
Now, do you do anything for Lent?
No.
No? You're not one of those.
Are you doing something for Lent? Oh, I've considered that, but no.
I'll do it if you do it.
Maybe I'll think about it.
Maybe we just do it in the week or something.
I don't know. I don't know if Jesus appreciates that. 40 days is 40 days. If I'm going to commit, I'm going to commit.
Maybe we won't do that this year. I'm not going to eat meat on Fridays. There's only crawfish.
Okay, that's okay. That's good.
Well, thank you for coming in today. Really love having you. And thank you for driving me to Lake Charles because I don't like.
Well,
to
it's
drive.
always fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun. It's always an adventure. Anytime I get to spend any amount of time with you, it's always an adventure.
But on behalf of all the members of the association and everybody here at Keaty Real Estate, thank you for all your hard work and for being such an amazing leader at our board. You guys are, well-oiled machine, and I know from seeing all the other boards and the staff that we are very lucky to have you guys.
Oh, thank you. Well, we're lucky to have you too,
Yeah.
Jim. All right, we gotta go, guys.
See ya.